Before we even move into things we need to do to change those different, because we're going to look at those different sections again and begin to look at things that we can do to change our experience, or what we can do, the little actions we can do to make it better. But before we go there, transformation first happens in the mind. And we need to make some mental shifts from failure to success before you can begin to reset. You need to make some mental shifts in your mind, and not all the different shifts may apply to you, but I'm sure there'll be one or two that you'll be like, okay, I think I fall, this is what I do, and okay, this is what I need to do. Another word from our sponsors. Ewa is telling us that there are 4 fantastic reasons why you must not miss Dewa Cohort 8. One of these 4 reasons is that this Dewa Cohort 8 is the very last Dewa ever. The Workplace Mentor is no longer going to run the Dewa programs starting next year. So if you miss the Dewa program this October, you are missing it for forever. And the Dewa Cohort 8 program is going to have many new courses added to them. We're going to be diving into corporate relationship management and team leadership courses. Also, the Dewa Cohort 8 participants are also going to be the first set of people who will get a free copy of the Workplace Mentor's first ebook that she's currently writing, titled Work Smarter, Rise Faster, 30 Powerful Moves to Get You to the Top of Your. Enjoy the discounts for the month of July, where you pay only 37,500 naira instead of 42,000 naira. So hurry now and sign up for Dewa Cohort 8 immediately so that you can enjoy all of these benefits. You can sign in from any African country and even from outside the country. There are ways for you to pay for in foreign currencies on the website. That's it from our sponsors, Dewa. Number 1 is that your thoughts build your world. Your thoughts build your world. What you think about yourself and your abilities is the biggest determinant of achieving or deterring your success. This is so true. And this is why I always beg people, please, for those of us who are here who have young children, I beg you, speak life into their lives, not negativity. You know, some of us have grown up in such negativity, we don't even know when we are saying it or when we are imparting it into our children. We need to be very careful. You need to build an environment for your children where they think they can do anything. That is how they become global citizens. That is how they become champions. But when you feed fear into the, don't try that. You don't even know what, don't go there. Did I hear that you were doing? And then you build fear into them at a young age. That is what happened. And I don't blame you. Maybe that was how you were brought up. In one of my, the Dewa classes, there's something we teach, the one about dealing with your workplace crutches. On that particular module, we talk about how people's reaction at the workplace sometimes stem as far back as their childhood experiences. So they carry childhood experiences, childhood traumas into the workplace, and people can't work with them. So from not speaking up because they were taught that speaking out in front of adults was rude or was not being humble. So they will now go to the workplace and begin to act subservient. And there's nobody that subservience serves in a workplace. These are some of the cultural affectations that we've grown up with that follow us into the workplace. And there are some of the things that affect people's progression at the workplace. So we need to be careful. So your thoughts build your world. Some of us are so fatalistic in our thinking. I can't do that thing. AI, everybody's talking. I'm not going to do this Excel. I'll just write there was a place, I think, was it when I got to I can't remember which organization I worked at, where somebody gave me some calculations on Excel. And so I looked at it. When I looked at it, I said, this calculation is wrong. Let me change some of the indices so that the total figure will change. And then I changed the quantity. Nothing happened to the total figure. I said, no, it's not possible. Are you telling me that somebody wrote in Excel and then used calculator to calculate the final figure and then put it in Excel? That was exactly what she did. She listed out the different line items, then took a calculator and calculated the sum and put it in Excel. I almost fell down. I called her. I said, how did you get this figure? She said, I calculated it, ma. I said, I know you calculated it. How did you calculate it? It was even worse. She used white paper to add all the single digits and used it to get the total sum. And I said, what do you think Excel is for? She said, I know, but I can't really understand. I don't remember. You can't really understand it. Have you taken time? The simplest thing in Excel is addition. You mean just add it like that? This was somebody that just finished from school. I was so unhappy with her. So where I'm going to that some people think, they won't even try. I can't beat. That one is for. So when you are so fatalistic in your thinking, you cannot move forward. So when you come across a challenge that you don't know, rather than say I can't do it, just add one extra word. I can't do it yet. That simple yet makes it clear to your brain and anybody else that is listening that it's only a matter of time. Give me some time, I will learn how to do it by myself. So that is the kind of mentality you need to have if you want to shift from a wobbly wheel of life to a balanced one. Number 2, comparison is a thief of time. Comparison is a thief of time. Stop getting anxious or envious over other people's achievements. Everybody is on a different lane. Success looks different to everyone at different stages of life. Don't look at workplace mentor because don't say, hey, you see how this woman is talking to all and all of us are here. God, when am I going to reach this level? Life is in phases, men are in sizes. Maybe when I was like you too, I wasn't doing it this well. Maybe there's something you can do much better than I can. So if you're only doing a face level comparison with anyone, maybe your mentor or somebody who is also in the same type of field as you, and you're there, you're losing sleep over how great the person is, please remember that everybody is on a different journey. So don't be anxious over people's achievements. Please remember that comparison stops you from appreciating where you are and stops you from building from where you are. You start wanting to build from another person's success, and that will only cause you to crash and burn. And the third mental shift we need to have is that loss can be good. Loss is good. It prunes, it eliminates, or it refines. If it isn't staying, maybe it's not necessary for your future. Always remember that you are way more important than what you lost. Be it a relationship, be it a job, be it a friendship, whatever it is. If it is refusing to stay, then maybe it's not necessary. That was what I kept telling myself when my work relationship took a turn for the worse at my former place of work. I said, maybe it has outlived its time. Maybe what I've needed to do here, I've finished. Maybe this is just God telling me, my dear, it's time to move. If I leave you here, comfort and complacency will kill you here. Let me give you small opposition so that it will force you to even begin to look at other opportunities. Because what I realized was that if that shaking had not happened to me in that 2023, when this, my friend, came to me to say, oh, there's an opportunity, I would have said a big no. I know that for sure. I wouldn't even have thought about it. What kind of job can you give me? I said, I'm in a place where I'm traveling twice a year, all expense paid, business class, to countries all around the world. What is it that you want to? I get to work at 9, I close at 4. What exactly is it that you want to give me? I won't even have heard. Do you see it? So my point is, sometimes when we lose something that is important to us, it's because something better is coming. Number 4, motivation will only get you started. It cannot carry you to the finish line. Do you know why January resolutions do not work? For those of us that like to make resolution in January, I stopped doing it a long time ago. Because I discovered that everything that I wrote in January, by January 15th, I've dropped all of them. You know why? Because willpower is finite. Motivation is finite. You see, that day you wanted to start jogging so that you will lose 20 kg. You set out your gym clothes, everything, you were ready. That one is motivation. By day 2, I tell you, you are no longer feeling like it. So if you are relying on the feeling to get you to do what you need to do, then you're not going to achieve much. I know times where I'll be so tired. I had back-to-back sessions yesterday. for one of the Bible school classes that I'm teaching. I had back-to-back classes yesterday. And then I remember that, I still have webinar today. So if it's about motivation, I really do not feel like talking today. But I have gone beyond feeling motivated to do something, because at the back of my mind, I said, at least 100 people will show up tonight to say, oh, what has this woman got to say and what can I learn from it? So that is what is driving me. It's no longer do I feel like doing up all the, do you know how long it took me to do these 40 something slides that I'm sharing with you? I worked all through over the night, on them, because I had a very busy week since I'm not going to go to work next week. So I didn't have time at all to do it since I announced it. It was just yesterday and this morning I started working on this slides. I mean, I had the ideas in my head, but I just put it to paper today. In fact, I just finished at about 6 p.m. before we started at 8. Can you imagine that? So if I was waiting to feel motivated to do it, clearly I would have postponed it. So remember that motivation is finite. It will fail you every time. So a failure mindset will say, I'll act when I feel inspired. But a success mindset will say, I act daily regardless of how I feel. Number 5, you have to leave wishful thinking to systems thinking. Hope is not a strategy. Things are going to get better. It will not get better. I'm not even lying. It will not get better if you do nothing about it. So you can confess it from morning till night. If you take no physical action, it will not get better. That is the truth. A lot of us live in the realm of wishful thinking. If I was just earning 1 million naira now. Oh, if I was earning 2 million naira now. Hey, chai, what I'll be doing, my dear? There are people earning much more than that, but they worked their way into it. More than 6 or 7 years ago, I wrote out how much I wanted to earn, and I gave myself 5 years. At that point, I think I was earning about close to 1 million or a little more than. I said in 5 years, I want to be able to earn 5 times what I am currently earning. And I tell you, at that 5, 6 years ago, it was CEOs of big corporations that were earning, above 5M and all of that a month. It was it. I said, what do I need to do? For me to be in this range, I need to be in executive leadership. It's not middle management, not senior management, executive leadership. If this is the kind of income I want to command. Well, in exactly 5 years, it became more possible and much more. So what I'm saying is that if you build systems around your thoughts rather than just wishful thinking, if I crossed my leg and say, one day me to have earning over 5 million a month, though, hey, one day be one day. No. I didn't do one day be one day. I put it on paper and I said, what do I need to do to get to this point? I need to have this certain type of qualifications. I need to have this type of certifications. I need to be talking. I need to learn collaboration at executive management level. I need to understand executive reporting. I need to understand. I looked at the things that were important at that level. And when the opportunity came and I had the chance to talk to the kind of people who could pay me those kind of amounts, it was easy. I was speaking their language. And that was why they could tell me, name your price. And I named it appropriately and I got it. So it is possible. So don't say, I hope this will get better. Say instead, what daily or weekly system must I put in place to guarantee progress? Sixth shift, please stop blaming external factors for the problems you experience. Growth begins where excuses end. I have worked with many employees. They like to shift blame like no man business. It's because we didn't have access to it. It's because there was no internet access. It's because it's because MD said we shouldn't. It's because there's always a reason. Employees find it difficult to take end-to-end ownership. That is why the few people that do always move ahead. Instead, you have a lot of employees who delegate upwards. You know what that is? I've taught it in my DEWA classes. Upward delegation is when, because you know your boss will look at something, you don't give it your best. But do you know what you're saying? When shoddy works go up to your manager from you, it reduces your credibility. If they had placed you somewhere before and all of a sudden, Roberta shouldn't be making this kind of mistakes now. This is a rookie mistake here. Just because you refused to deliver simple assignments excellently. I say to people, always ensure that simple assignments are delivered excellently. Because when you mess up simple assignments, the person that gave you now be looking at you with another eye. You see that she can't perform at this level. So the next time they want to give you a higher responsibility that may command visibility for you, they will take a step back and say, that simple one I gave him that he messed up. Why should I want to hand over this kind of important responsibility into his hands? And that's how you begin to lose cred within your organization. So stop saying things like, it's their fault. I had no control. There's nothing I could have done. No. You have to accept that everything may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility and you take ownership for it. All right. Let's move on to the seventh one. I hope we're finding little things in, in this mental shift when you're finding little things that you can say, oh, I think this is what I used to do, but okay, I now know what to do better. Like I said, all of them may not apply to you. You may already be doing well in some areas. These are the mental shifts we need to have for us to begin to think from a success mindset. Number 7 is that some of us think too short term. I told you about how it must have been about 6 years ago when I sat down. I saw the spread the other day where I did times 1 of my monthly income, times 2, times 3, times 4, times 5, times 6. That was what I did 6 years ago, to be precise. I saw it recently on my old laptop and I laughed and I said, God, is this how you hear people's prayers? Because I know that, yes, I worked hard at it, but there are others who have worked hard at it like me too, and they didn't get it. So I'm not dissing the place of divine arrangements. So you need to be specific. You need to be long-term in your approach. You can't look at Workplace Mentor now and say, any million, so this thing is possible. And then you're looking at you that you're just starting out, earning your 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700,000 and say, hey God, when will it be my turn? No, it's long-term thinking. Me too. I didn't fall into it. I grew into it. So you also need to have a long-term vision for your goals. So you do the daily actions, but the goal is long-term. But you must build daily actions that you do that will make you achieve it long-term. Take, for example, women that are trying to lose weight. I know because I've tried it too. The first day you eat salad, you go and climb the scale and say, I thought I would have lost 5 kg. I did not eat anything today now. And then because you saw that the scale did not shift that first day, you say that means the thing is not working. You now go back and eat 2 big donuts and 1 egg roll and down it with Schweppes Mojito and say, well, I cannot come and kill myself. Not knowing that salad you ate today, continuing it for like a month will make you see a marked difference that you did not see the first day. And this applies to various types of situations, not just weight loss. I'm just using it as an example. So don't always be needing quick fixes. Tell yourself when you want to take a quick fix that every decision I make today is a seed for my future. Every decision I make today is a seed for my future. In 2014, I did a direct debit from my account to my son's account, 10K every month. I just did it from my account. So at the end of the month, once it's first of every month like this, GTB will automatically deduct 10,000 into their accounts. And they were deducting it every month. I didn't even remember again. Until, for 2014 to 2024, now it's 10 years. My first son is going to be 20 now. So he had grown past 18. And of course, it was time for him to have his own account and all of that. And it was at that point I realized that account had over ₦1 million inside it. I didn't even feel it. But if at the time I was putting it there, my eye was there, it's 30,000. It's 40,000, 50,000. But I just left it there. And with long-term thinking, the money grew. I was not able to take that money and say, okay, now that we're all more financially literate, introduce him to NGX apps where he could trade shares, and then use part of it to open a mutual funds account for him. Because the mistakes we made when we were younger, that we did not know about all these things, that no, my children will make it to. As soon as they are leaving secondary school like this, everybody's learning financial literacy because nobody teaches you in school. So I will sit you down and tell you how to buy shares, how to sell shares, how to do TBs, anyway, let's move on. We are getting there. So every decision you make today is a seed for your future. And then the final one is Become more generous. Generosity is a sign of growth. The law of sowing and reaping will not cease as long as this earth remaineth. And I'm not just talking money. The more you give of your time, your effort, your resources, the more it comes back to you. When you are stingy and you hoard your knowledge, you don't want to teach anybody because you think they'll become better than you don't want them to take your position, is that your position they are going to come and take? When you don't want to teach anybody anything because you feel that that is your vantage point, it's only you that knows it. I tell you, my brother, my sister, you are thinking very short-sightedly. You must, the more you give, the more that comes to you. It is a universal truth. I'm telling you, all the people that are very rich today, go and check. They are givers. They may not do it where you know, but they are givers. Stingy people may make wealth, but they are not allowed to keep it. That's the truth. Stingy people may make wealth. They may become rich, but they are not allowed to keep it. That's the law of the universe. They're not allowed to keep it. They're never going to be as wealthy as they should have been if they were more generous. And you find out that from time to time, one shift happens, they lose it, or it goes to another person, or they leave these shores a little early, and people that didn't even work for the money are the ones that are now enjoying it. If you think I'm lying, go and read Ecclesiastes 2:26. I'll leave it there for you. All right, so these are the 8 mental shifts that we must have if we want to finish big in December 2025. And let us go back to our wheel of life and now build systems for success around them. And build systems. A last message from our sponsors tonight. Dewa. Dewa is the most convenient career growth program. How exactly is this Dewa structured? At Dewa, what you learn are strategies that lead you to a promotion, a movement, visibility in just 3 weeks. Not that you'll be promoted in just 3 weeks, so you will learn the strategies in 3 weeks. Now, how is it structured? You get daily video lessons that fit your schedule from Monday to Friday. At most, the video lessons are 30 minutes long. In fact, that's at the outermost. They're usually about 10 to 15 minutes. Why did I create it that way? Because I know that the people that will be taking the classes are busy people. And the videos are dropped on our learning management system, so you can watch it at your convenience. If you look to the right, you see a snapshot of that learning management system. You just open it either on your laptop or on your phone. Click whenever you are ready, anytime during that 24 hours, and you can listen to the 15-minute message that is no fluff, no over talking, just straight key points that you need to learn about that particular module. Then we have weekly live Sunday sessions with the Workplace Mentor from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. like this. And then the recordings are made available for those who miss that session, so that as long as you pay for Dewa, you don't miss anything that you learn on Dewa. And then you have a year-round Telegram access. For those who were in Dewa Cohort 1, I still sent the message of this mid-year reset webinar to their Telegram channel. So right now, there are 7 different Telegram channels for the different Dewa participants. And when you join the 8th one, you will be in the Dewa Cohort 8 Telegram channel, where you essentially have access to the Workplace Mentor at all times. Of course, during the 3 weeks, I'm readily available to you. After the 3 weeks, I may not answer you every minute, but I would get around to it at some point. Okay. And then, yes, for somebody who was asking, there is a certificate, but you only get it after you complete all the 21 modules. So it is not an attendance certificate. It is a participation certificate that is only issued to you automatically when you have done 100% on all of the modules. And on this particular Dewa program, we are going to have bonus speakers coming again, external speakers. In the past, we have brought financial coaches like Mr. Sheyi, the assistant. I always tell everybody to join his channel. He is so knowledgeable about teaching 9-to-5ers how to make genuine wealth from investments. not all DCBEX type investment, but from genuine, legitimate, slow but steady investments. So hopefully we'll be having him again this time. I haven't spoken to him yet, but I believe that he would honor our invitation. We'll also be talking to some leaders within the 9 to 5 space to talk to us about leadership and what to expect from leadership, what top management is expecting from you. As this is the last day where I really want to put a lot into it so that, you know, and for my they were 1 to 7 cohorts, please know that when the external participants show up, of course, you get an invitation to attend the sessions as well. That is what you get as DEWA alumni. All right, so hurry now and pay the early bird fee of just $37,500. Let it be your own personal development for the year or half year 2025. All right. Let's now move again to our wheel of life. Now, so what I want us to do, look at your paper and pen and how you have scored across the 8 critical areas. And I want you to choose either the 3 best areas so that you can turn them from an 8 to a 10. You know, they say it's easier sometimes to work on your strengths than to try to pull your weakness up. It depends. You can decide to try and make the ones that are already good very good, or you want to look at where you're most deficient and you want to pull maybe a 1 or a 2 to maybe a 5. The thing about this is that you can't jump from a 2 to a 10. You can't jump from a 1 to a 5. You can do from a 1 to a 2 or a 3. You can do from a 7 to an 8 or 9 because growth is progressive. So as not to be spread too thin, it will be hard for you to work on all 8 areas in these 6 months. Remember that we're focusing on June to December. So it will be hard for you to focus on all 8 areas at once. So pick any 3 that you want to focus on so that when we touch that area, you would, you know, quickly write the different things that you're supposed to do in that area. And from tomorrow, you begin to practice or put into more solid plans what you're going to do along those areas. So first, before we go into the different things we're going to do, I'm sure by now you've picked your 3 key areas so that when we hit your own growth area, you can write down. So before we dive into each growth area, I want us to learn this 3-step formula to build sustainable habits. Number 1 is you anchor it. If you want to build a sustainable habit, you anchor it. That is what I did when I decided that, look, I have a bit of funds coming to me now. I have to take investments very seriously. I've always been somebody who, from the beginning, because I was blessed enough to start my career at an international consulting firm, PwC. You met people who were already thinking investments, growth early. So things like investments and all that, I started this way back in 2006. You anchor it. Anchoring it means that you tie the new habit to something you already do. Then you simplify it. You make it so easy that you can't say no. And then you track it because it's only what you track that gets improved. So we'll take some example. So let's assume that you want to improve your spiritual goal. So you can say, what I want to do is I want to read at least 1 chapter of the Bible or 1 chapter of the Quran every day. So you first anchor it. You say, okay, after brushing my teeth at night, that's the anchor. As soon as I finish brushing my teeth at night, I'll read 1 Bible verse. When you want to form new habits, don't start at the extreme end. So don't say, I've lost out on this spiritual something. So I'll read 10 chapters every day so I can finish my Bible in 6 months. You will not be able to sustain it. How can you move from 0 to 10? So make it simple. When it is simple, it's easier to do. It's like one of these Japanese techniques. There's Pomodoro, there's Ikigai, there's Kaizen. Kaizen is the one that talks about continuous improvement. Kaizen says that if you do something 1% better every single day, in a year, you'll be better than more than half of the planet. If you do something better just by 1% every day. So 1% could be as simple as, usually when I get up from my bed, I don't lay it. But from now on, I'll be laying my bed once I get up from it. That is in terms of that maybe physical environment growth area. When I get up, I'll tidy my bed. Not that when I get up, I'll sweep my room, I'll mop it. You will not do it. So don't make very grand habit changes. It won't work. If you do it one time, you want to start gymming, or you want to start your fitness, you now say, oh, I'll go and join iFitness and I'll be going there 4 times a week. You that for the past 3 years, it's on your couch that you have been doing your exercise. How do you think it will work? You did not say, oh, I will start with 10 squats, 10 leg raises, just 50 different simple exercises. I will do jumping jacks, 10, not 50, 10. Squats, 10. Wall Pilates, 10. Just simple things that at the end of the day is 50. You find out that you're able to do that faster or more easier than when you say, I'll go to the gym 3 times a week. Another example is a money goal. This I tried when I was talking about what I did with my sons. So you can say, once my salary is paid, Anchor, I will transfer 20,000 naira every month into my investment account. So the way you do that is you automate it. You tell your bank to do a direct debit. Every month, please just take 5,000 from my account and put it in my savings account. Every month, take 5,000 from here and put it here. They will do it for you. Bank is not only for you to be depositing money. I hope you know. They'll do it for you. So you do that. Or you tell yourself, every month, I'll quickly take money and put it in my Piggyverse, any of these savings apps that gives you better interest rates than the bank. So you anchor it to something you already do. So as 9 to 5 workers, you will get a salary. So you know it's constant. So if you know it's constant, look at what area where you can remove a little from. And sometimes when you talk to people about investment, they say, I wish I had 1 million now for me to start investing. Sheyi, the assistant, held the class on Saturday. I don't know if some of you were part of it. It was a paid class. It was also called Mid-Year Reset. It was as if we sat down in the same room and planned it. But his was on financial reset. So we focused on people who have not really done much with their finances. And he taught about how you can start saving with as little, how you can start investing with as little as 50,000 naira. So you don't have to start your savings or investment with one huge sum. While you're waiting to gather 1 million naira, the 10,000 or 5,000 that you can use to start, you will not even see it. After all, mutual funds accept as little as 5,000 naira, and they pay you 20% per annum on your savings in the account. Which bank that you are keeping your money in gives you 20% per annum? Do you see? You know you can say, oh, let me not, we'll get there. So let me not, when we get to money and finances, we can talk about it. All right. So we've talked about that. Let's now go into each of the habits. So let's look at personal growth. So what are some of these growth habits that you need to build by December 2025? Now, these are just suggestions. You can come up with what is more particular to you. This on a daily basis, you can decide that, look, I will do 10 to 15 minutes of learning. Do you know that the amount of time we spend on our phones run into 10, 12, 13 hours every day? Have you checked that phone app that says how long you spent on your phone? There was a day I checked mine. I saw 17 hours in one day. I say, did I not sleep? Okay, sorry, not 17, 13 hours. I say, how did I spend 13 hours on the phone? What was I doing there? I had to go and look at the date. I saw it was a weekend. First, I was even happy. I said, thank God it wasn't a weekday. That means I must not have done anything at work that day. I said, how did I spend 13 hours on the phone? I had to really look around to find out what I did. So, yet, most of us will not spend 10 to 15 minutes learning something new. So, this is what you do. Every day, tell yourself 10 to 15 minutes of learning. It can be a book, it could be a podcast, it could be an article on YouTube, it could be an article, or maybe Harvard Business Day review. They have all those things online. You just want to learn something about your field. 10 to 15 minutes. So how do you anchor it? Anchor this habit to your daily routine. So for me, what I do is that when I enter the bathroom in the morning, I enter with my phone and I like to listen to this guy, Napoleon Hill, the guy that did Think and Grow Rich. Either him or Jim Rohn early in the mornings like that, because they have such great inspiring messages that make you feel like, now, wow, I have to, anytime I listen to them in the morning like this, I feel like I can climb Mount Everest. So that's how you want to feel early in the morning and before you go to work. How will you be listening to Nigerian news first thing in the morning? We have found out that 80 people were killed in Sangbasa State. That's what you use to start your morning because you say you like news. How will it not sour your day? I'm not saying you don't need to live, but must you hear it first thing in the morning? Don't you know that you start as you mean to go on? So in my own case, I take my phone to the bathroom, look for one nice YouTube podcast, either by Napoleon Hill, Jim Rohn, this marketing guy, Salisbury or something. I'm still listening to that one today. I can't remember his name. Tony Robbins, any of these, really inspirational people. What's his name to, or Joshua Selman, or what was the Daystar guy? What's his name again? How can he? Pastor Sam. Any of these really inspiring people, and then I'll just put it somewhere in the bathroom, and I'm taking my bath, and I'm hearing words that are invigorating my spirit, that are making me come alive. And the 15 or 20 minutes you spend in the bathroom is the same time that you need to do a daily podcast, and you have learned something new. So anchor it to your habits. It could be while you're dressing up for work that you're listening to it in one corner. Some people put music, inspirational music early in the morning, and it does lift your day. You just find out that you are more productive, you want to do more things, you feel like you're on top of the world. All of those things help you. So you can do that weekly. After you do your different things daily, weekly, you can write, because self-improvement or self-development is about self-awareness. How aware are you about the things that you do well and the things you don't do well? What do you really know about yourself? So on a weekly basis, you can journal, you can write some insights that you have found. I find out that when I read journals that I've written a long time ago, I'm surprised how my mind used to think, so it helps. Just look for a book and talk, write out what you think you have, or what you want to add. Anything that comes to you, just put it down. Then on a monthly basis, you can take a micro course or a workshop. There are all these free courses, or you pay for something small. A micro course could be Shei's investing class that he does. I think he does it every Saturday. I don't know if he still does it now. He used to do it then. It was called FACAP, financial and accounting, accountability, something program, where for 2 hours, you listen to different investment strategies and all of that. So it helps you, and it shows you how you can start small. You get, because part of the reasons why some of us don't have in terms of monetary finances especially is because we don't know what other people are doing to get money. So YouTube, all of these platforms have made learning so easy and cheap. Why are you not going there? Why are you on Gistlover from morning till night, or on Linda AG or Cracks TV? Why are you following only comedians and laughing on the internet and spending your data? And you're not even using a part of that to learn something that is beneficial to your life. And then tomorrow you are in senior leadership and you're talking with the who's who in society, and you can't make 3 sentences coherently because you know nothing about anything outside of yourself. These are some of the things that will help you. When you read far and wide, when these people call names, you can answer because you self don't did there, and you self know about it. How great it is when your guys mention somebody. Has anybody? They say yes, I've read it. Oh, I know the person. Oh yeah, of course I've read them. 7 highly effective. Oh, of course I've read the outlier. Of course, I'll be looking at you with another eye, like, okay, this is a reader. Readers are leaders. I know what they taught us when we're small. Okay, so you can do that with the personal growth, and then you can put your own habits too. This is just to guide you. And then, of course, quarterly, if you have not attended DIWA, you can attend DIWA. It's in October. I mean, what will I do if I don't talk about DIWA? So, like we said, anchor this to a habit that you are already doing, and you see that you begin to grow from there. So, listen to podcasts, read a book, micro learning. That book, I'm not saying read a whole book. Or if it's a book you want to read early in the morning, or maybe on your way to work, if you're the one driving yourself, you can read an audio book. Find audiobooks on your phone, put it there as you are driving. Don't just be listening to all those early morning nonsense music that they'll be playing that does not, invigorate you in any way. You wake up in the morning, somebody is singing. How can that they lift you up? We should be listening to things that will make you. I tell you, the people who are rich in this world, this is what they're doing. And you'd be saying, John D. Rockefeller, they build it. Thomas Edison, and you'd be like, okay, that's what they did. You'll be rubbing mind with like-minded people. Andrew Carnegie did this. You say, okay, it's what he did. I be okay, myself, and they come. Also, Carnegie my own too now. So these are the kind of things that we should be listening to. Then we move on to the next one. So for physical health, what 3 actions would you take from tomorrow to develop this? That's what should have been in the first one, so my apologies. What 3 actions will you take from tomorrow to develop these areas we have talked about? Come in. If the area you want to face is personal growth, write down 3 actions, daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly, that you plan to do. Then for physical health, what are you going to do to improve your physical health? The goal is to boost energy because you want to become fit, lose a certain amount of kg, you want to build stamina, you want to live long. At the end of it, you want to get physically fit because you want to live long. You don't want to be dealing with diabetes, high blood pressure, all these sicknesses in your youth. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Once your physical health is bad, that becomes the only problem. Anyway, so what are the good habits we're going to build by December? Daily, move for 20 to 30 minutes, walk, work out, stretch, plan your meals, plan your grocery list, do a one health check-in, BP, weight, water, whatever. Again, you can modify this as, works for you. So for example, you can decide, okay, I'm going to try and clock 5,000 steps every day or 10,000 steps every day. If you don't have a smartwatch, it's okay. Your phone, there are plenty apps on your phone that help you track your steps. It only means that every time you stand up, you hold your phone in your hand so that it can be tracking. It may be a bit inconvenient, but if you don't have a watch, a smartwatch that can help you count it, you can still use your phone. You can make do now. Do you get? So you can use your phone. Just be aware that whenever you're standing up, hold it along so that it can help you count, the number of steps that you have made for the day. And then, of course, for mental health, you can also use some of those daily, weekly, or monthly habits to build. For career growth, of course, you want to increase your visibility, influence, and your value at work. So what are the habits you want to show up early, you want to show up prepared, you want to be proactive. Anything you do very well today, it's not really for the organization you currently work at. It is for your own future. It will still work. You still need it tomorrow. So sometimes the effort you put in one place may not show up in that particular place, but by God, keep giving that effort. Somewhere else, you will get the reward you're looking for. Or please follow up on all assigned tasks with your manager or share a win. Update your LinkedIn profile. Oh. In my office, we keep recruiting every week. It's LinkedIn. We go and find all the people we are looking for so that you show up visible, especially those of you that are looking for new jobs. When an employer, once your CV comes in, the first thing people do now is they just go to LinkedIn and check what you have there. See what you have written, see what you look like. So all of those things help them make decisions to whether to even call you for the first level interview. So please, please, please go to LinkedIn and update your profile there. Monthly, you can take initiative to lead a small project or join a cross-functional project team. If you want to move into leadership very quickly, you need to be functionally relevant. So you want to be part of cross-functional teams. You don't just want to stay within your small cocoon. Don't relish being a local champion. Please take short courses to improve your Excel skills, PowerPoint skills. Take AI mastery classes. AI has made life so easy now for workers. Don't be left behind. Don't be like those people who were typists and they felt that they didn't need to learn computer because they were too good. They were doing 500 words per minute. Overnight, typewriters became moribund. So I'm telling you, the future is AI. You can't have AI that can help you do something that used to take 15 hours to do. And just by entering the right prompts, AI can help you do it in 1 hour. Then you still be there struggling to do it for 15 hours. When one young chap that they just brought yesterday is using AI to do presentations, using AI to do all sorts of things. And then you are there still, struggling, you don't know what to do. Please, people are selling AI mastery courses left, right, and center. Go and sign up for one and learn. Then on an ad hoc basis, please attend company functions. I teach this in my relationship management classes. Don't cross your leg in one place and say, no, it's today that they want to do the function that you want to go for night vigil. Don't be doing those kind of things. So if you are a 9 to 5, when their company functions, make sure you are there. When your senior colleagues or your executive leadership are celebrating something personal, find yourself there. It is part of engaging in office politics that works. Be there. Their daughter is getting married. Their son is having a new baby there. You've heard whiff about it. Show up there. Some of those things, everybody is subjective. Human beings are subjective. Sometimes it's not just your technical skills that cause you to get promoted. Learn it now. People remember those who show up for them. Show up for people. All right, let me not talk too much about it. I will teach Dewa people more when they join in October. Then money and finances. We have talked about this a bit. Please, you have to first understand where the current money that you are earning is going to before you decide what you want to do to improve it. So track your income. We have done January to June. Please go to your bank and ask for your bank statement from January to shock you how much money has passed through your hands from January to June. Then take red biro and begin to underline all the expenses that you cannot remember when you spent it again. I'm telling you, for a lot of us, it's not that we don't have enough money. We just don't know where our money is going to. That's the truth. So I'll find out exactly where your money is going to so that you can adjust your budget properly. Then from this July onward, as you are spending, be tracking it. Oh, 20K for fruits. Me, I started doing it. I do it on my phone. So if you don't track those things, you will not even know how much money is going into them. Then monthly, please, if you have not yet started saving or investing a fixed percentage of your income into an appropriate investment app, please start this July. You can start with the easy ones like the savings app, Piggyvest, Cowrywise. Piggyvest offers you up to like 22% if you use their different savings platforms. For some, for the Flex is 12, for the Piggy Bank is 18, for SafeLock is up to 21 and all of that. So you download it on your phone. They'll give you an account number. Whether it's 5,000, whether it's 10,000, you begin to put it in there. You begin to put it in there, and you get much more than the bank would ever. Does the bank even give you anything? Rather, they charge you. So these ones pay you an interest for saving in their apps. These are the kind of apps that you need to start putting your money into. And then you go a step further and do mutual funds, or you start trading on the NGX. Mutual funds are very easy. They're just like that. So they give you between 18 to 22 or 23%, depending on which one you're using. There's FSDH, AML, there's ARM, there's Stanbic, there's Coronation, there's AfriInvest, there's a Chapel, some Denham, there's Veritas. There are many, where you simply put a certain amount every month, every week, and they will be helping you to trade with the money and give you a returns. So the goal for doing mutual funds, where I'm going to, is that I want to have saved enough money in my mutual funds such that the monthly interest equals my monthly expenses. That's where I'm going to. That's my goal for my mutual funds. So for example, if your mutual funds is giving you about 20%, if you save, let's say 10 million, if you have up to 10 million in your mutual funds accounts, and it's giving you like 20%, that means annually you get about 2 million in interest. That interest is paid monthly. So 2 million annually divided by 12 gives you about, what is it, 180 or 150, about 150,000. So that means that if you save up to 20 million, sorry, up to 10 million, you can be getting as much as 150,000 in pure interest, and your 10 million is still there, capital is still safe. Now imagine you build it up to 20. That means if you build it up to 20, you're getting about 300,000 monthly. That's interest though. Let's say you now build it up to 30 million. Don't be looking at these big sums I'm calling you. These are just at the end of it. And some of you here already have that amount. If you now build it up to like 30 or 40 M, you can be earning as much as 600, 700K every single month on interest. Your capital is not touched. So it's at that point that you can begin to rest that your mutual funds that you have saved then becomes your employer, because it's paying you a salary. Can you see that? It's paying you a salary. And you will not get there in one day. It is this small 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. Oh, they paid us bonus. I can put 200K. They paid us this one. I can put 500K. Before you open and close your eyes, you have said millions. Time is passing. Please put something into time. And then on an ad hoc, if you're over 40 here, please write a will. A will is not foreboding evil. A will is good financial planning. Write a will. So a success tip is to automate your savings to remove decision fatigue. Automate your savings to remove decision fatigue. Physical environment, I said habits to build daily: lay your bed, tidy your room, be safety conscious of your surroundings. Weekly, clean your room or house, put fragrances around your home. Let your home smell good. When your home smells good, your head, even if you're upset, when you come in, everything will calm down because you're like, even if I don't have control of outside, this is my house. And you don't have to go and buy one expensive diffuser or something. Go and buy Drummer Boy and all those tiny diffusers. Put it under your living room chairs. Those block fragrances, they are cheap, they're affordable. Put them put them in your cushions, and your living room will be smelling like $1 million. Monthly declutter, give away unused items. Anything you don't use, give it out. Give room for new things to come. Then very importantly, buy a fire extinguisher and learn how to use it. Can you have a house, 3-bedroom, you have children inside, you don't have fire extinguisher. You have nanny that is cooking in the house, you don't have fire extinguisher. Yes, God will save all of us, but please buy fire extinguisher and teach your people in your home how to use it. You never know when there will be a fire emergency. And this is not the time to say, God forbid. It happens. Good things happen to good people. It's only the prepared that are able to solve problems. Teach your nanny how to use the fire extinguisher. It's very simple. Not that they will all run out and everybody's shouting. Then strangers will come inside your house with pockets. Hey, as they are helping them to, because you've gone to work now, as they're helping them to, they are pilfering things in your house. Don't you know that in Nigeria we live in now, it's not one that strangers should be coming into your house? So buy a fire extinguisher. Be among the people who have planned ahead. Quarterly drive or walk around your preferred neighborhood. Don't stay in a place where if your physical environment score is 3 or 4, it means that where you stay is not very good. Don't let the atmosphere of where you stay that is not good color your thinking about what is possible. So every once in a while, drive out of there or take a bus, go out of there, go to affluent places and let your mind soak it in so that your mind knows that it's possible to stay in such places. And before you know it, your mind is so powerful, it will begin to work out ways to get you into those kind of places. That's just how it is. It is what we're exposed to that we look for. Spiritual health, very easy, very simple steps. But the goal is to deepen faith, peace, and clarity. I've talked a lot about spirituality when we were examining, so I won't do too much here. So daily, do your morning devotional. If you have not been the kind of person who has been consistent with it, don't now start and say you want to do 1 hour, 2 hours. You will not sustain it. Start with 10 minutes. Lord, I thank you. Today is a brand new day. This is the day you have made. I shall rejoice and be glad. As I walk out today, everyone I come along will favor me. My steps are ordered by the Lord. My feet are touching butter. Everywhere I go, favor surrounds me. You just, quietly, and you speak to God and you go to work. Then as you master 10 minutes, you begin to build. You begin to build 10, 20, 30. Before you know it, you're doing the 1 hour easily, but don't start like that. Download the e-Bible. I'm somebody who really enjoys using physical Bible because I believe that the rema you get from using a physical holy book is much more, but it's not really like, you can also have the e-one so that when you don't have access to the physical one, you can use that one. Then please try to fast. If you want to deepen your spiritual level, you need to learn how to fast. Maybe once a week, morning to 3, morning to 6, fast. Fasting is not only spiritual, it is good for your gut health. Now everybody is preaching fasting because they say that if you actually allow yourself to remain in a fasted state for 72 hours, that your body would by itself repair any sickness that is in your body. That is, you go without food for 72 hours, just water. Your body has the ability to repair anything in your body for that length of time, if you give it that time. Because it's not having to deal with all the amala and this thing that you keep bringing that you're not allowing it to work. You will now go to start repairing because there's nothing to do. So it will go and start, all your cells will go and start repairing all the damaged cells. So living a fasted life helps you not only to be spiritually enlightened, it also helps you to be physically well. So there is double the benefits. So please make sure that you take it serious. And for family and friends, please send messages or check-ins, even if it's a voice note, to those your close family members or your inner friendship circle. It is the friendship that you invest in that generate for you. I have some people that call themselves my mentees. Maybe, we've talked once or twice, or, I've had to speak with them on the phone and sort out a problem or two. And, they've designated themselves my mentee. I have no problem with that. And then they don't talk to you for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, some as much as 1 year. And then as soon as you see their call, you know that there's a problem. That's why they're calling you. I'm not going to answer you. You don't get to withdraw from where you have not deposited. And this deposit I'm talking about is not, I'm not expecting you to come and give me anything, but a little check in here and hey, how are you doing? Oh, hope you're doing fine. I'm good. So just checking up on you. It goes to show that you hold the person in real high regard. Not that when you now have problem, you begin to look for workplace mentor to help you solve your career problem. But both of us have been in Lagos for the past 1 year. You didn't call me. You didn't say anything. All of a sudden, you have a problem. You remember my number. Why should I place you above the other people who have been keeping in touch and have been trying to maintain a relationship? That's how it works. Is what you sow, you reap. You don't get to reap from where you did not sow. So it is very important. So don't say, now my party, no problem. Even if you don't talk for 1 year with day, it's okay. I agree. Me too. I'm like that sometimes. I have great friends that I know if we don't talk for a year, we're good. But it's not the best. Everybody wants to know that they're important. So please keep in touch with your close circle. Plan intentional time with your key relationship, your spouse. So you have to be intentional about relationships that are important. And then you can also try to reconnect with somebody you've lost touch with. It could be an old manager. It could be somebody who was good to you in the past. You've now lost. Make intentional actions to reconnect. You never know when you will need people. This life is so fluid. So reconnect with people who have been important to you. All right. And finally, social life or fun. The goal is to take life a little less seriously and build in some time for rest and relaxation. Rest and relaxation does not have to mean that you are going to Seychelles or you are traveling to the Mauritius. Sometimes we set unnecessary goals for ourselves. Rest and relaxation can be just that you put on music in your house, you dance to music that you like, put cake in the middle of the chair, you cut it into small pieces, put toothpick on top of it, open one small non-alcoholic wine, put it there, serve yourself in a glass, a proper wine glass. Not don't drink it in plastic cup. Serve yourself in a proper wine glass. Put on your favorite music or TV show. Serve yourself like a king that you are. And then you just be sipping it, just be enjoying it and telling yourself, life no pass this one now. What is it? Giving yourself a correct treat. Why must you always give yourself the worst of everything? Because you think you don't have enough. So give yourself a treat. They just make it look very nice, and then you're just eating it and enjoying with your family. That's it. It could just be you, your wife, and your children on the bed, just gisting, watching a movie, having some snacks and all of that. And you just find out that life has been good to you, even more than you think. Ad hoc says travel somewhere within or outside the country. Problem, not a finish. Problem, they finish. As you are solving one, another one is coming. So just relax, my brother and my sister. All right. So closing framework. What we need to do that will help us to make sure that these things that we have learned stays is that we can, I said big wins come from small, consistent habits, just like we have talked about. You see that the things that want to help you X your productivity are not even big things. They're just things that because we think are so small, we have neglected them in some areas of our lives. So this is just to jolt us to say, look, these are not things that you need rocket science to make them happen. Just do a little here, a little there, and you see how much more fulfilled that you are. So what are some of these key actions, this framework that you can use? One, we've talked about it, which is pick one key habit per area per month. So you can decide, okay, well, this month I'm going to focus. I'll kick off first with my health goals. That's what I don't want to dissipate too much energy. I don't want to do health, spiritual, and career. Let me just focus on health first this month. Simple actions that allows you to build healthy and nutritious habits. Then set a reminder system on your phone. This phone is not only for Instagram. There are many notification apps that send you reminder. You just like, pum, 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 you look at it. Oh, time to take 500 steps. You get up. You do it, no matter where you are, because it has notified you. So build a system around those things you want to do. Oh, I want to be praying every night for 1 hour at 12 to 1. Set your alarm for 11:30. Apostle Joshua Selman says that set your alarm 30 minutes earlier. If you feel sleepy again, at least if you sleep for 10 minutes, you wake up again, sleep before 1 hour, should be you will get up, then you will pray. So set an alarm. Set an alarm. Then pair with an accountability partner. Pair with an accountability partner. So I know we are over 90 or about 85 on this call. We don't know each other, so I can't set you up with any accountability partner. But you can take some of the learnings that you've had today, and maybe you have a close friend. You can share some of it with the close friend and say, look, let's work on our wheel of life areas. And then you teach the person what you've learned tonight, and both of you can become accountability partners to achieve certain goals along those areas. Then use the 30-day success habit tracker. Like I said, I've done a 30-day success habit tracker that I'll probably share. Set up monthly rewards for success. So I remember one time myself and my friends, we said, oh, if we agreed to lose certain kgs every month. She was my accountability partner. And we said, if we lost up to a certain kg, we would give such and such amount. But if we failed to lose, because you also want to keep yourself in check, if we failed to lose up to a certain, maybe like 1 kg a month, the very minimum, that if you lose nothing at all, then the one person will have to pay 100,000 to the other person. And I tell you, when we ran that program, every month, each person was losing at least a kg. How would I pay 100,000 to you? So there are some things, stringent things you put in your system to help you achieve the goal a little faster. So, and if we can do all of this, you find out that from now to December, a new you will begin to slowly emerge. December 2025, ask yourself the question, what is the goal you want to have achieved? As for me, I want to hear you say, Coach, my half year 2 was fantastic. I want to hear you say, oh, for the past 6 months, I've lost 20 kg. I now feel like a younger version of myself. I've adjusted my diet. I feel healthier. I hit the gym consistently. I am fitter. Or you're telling me that, coach, I bought a new car because I was investing and buying and selling shares. So please make sure that, after tonight, you're not just sitting down on your oars again. You're not resting on your oars. You're beginning to find out information. Knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is money. Do you see the difference? Knowledge is power. They say, I agree. You see, applied knowledge is one thing to know, is another one to apply. Some of us are desk knowledge. Let me not go there. Time is going. All right. So, and then I want you to be able to say that, oh, I attended key events. I met great mentors. I wrote my first book. I placed my parents on a monthly salary. It's something I've been wanting to do. I was able to do it. These are things I want you to be able to tell me. So the bottom line is you executed. So at the beginning of the class, I said there were 3 takeaways that I wanted us to achieve. First one is to determine the level of your total well-being at this point in your life. Were we able to achieve that? I think the answer is yes. Second is to understand what you need to do to reset and make a positive change. Were we able to achieve that? I think we did. And then know what step you are taking tomorrow, from tomorrow, 14 July 2025. Were we able to achieve that? I think, if nothing else, of the different 8 areas, at least one thing that you think you can start immediately. And on that note, we have come to the end of this program. It was supposed to be a 2-hour program. We have ended up spending 3.5 hours. I thank you for your time. I thank you for waiting. I appreciate you. I don't take it for granted. It's one thing to have something to teach, it's another to have people to listen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I truly, truly appreciate all of you.